What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Palette, and today we're making seafood boil. Do you want to level up your seafood game? Then this recipe is for you. Let's go ahead and prepare our ingredients. In a pot of boiling water, put 3 tablespoons of Old Bay seasoning and 2 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning. We are now going to boil our baby potatoes for 15 minutes. While waiting for our potatoes, prepare a pan with 2 1/4 cups of room temperature unsalted butter and melt it on low heat. And while our butter is melting, go ahead and put the minced garlic and continue to stir it until the butter melts. It is important for you to do this step to achieve the perfect consistency of your sauce. After the butter has melted, it should look like this. And we are now ready to put our onions and stir it until you see the onions and the garlic cooked. The end product should look like this. After that, we are now ready to put all our spices except for the sugar. The exact measurements of the spices are listed on the list of ingredients. Make sure that your pan is on low heat and do not stop to stir it, because the tendency is that the spices might burn and release a bitter taste. You need to see that the spices are fully incorporated, and it should look like a deep tone of red. That's how you know the spices are cooked. After that, we are going to add 1/4 cup of butter and mix it. After that, your sauce should look like this. We need to add 10 tablespoons of light brown sugar to the sauce, but we are going to add it in batches, meaning we need to dissolve 5 tablespoons for the first batch first and add the remaining 5 tablespoons and dissolve it after. Right here, I'm just adding a little bit of water and continue to mix it. Easy peasy, right? Our sauce is done. Now let's go back to the potatoes that we are boiling. After 5 minutes, go ahead and add the corn and boil it for 10 minutes. The total cooking time for the corn and potatoes together is 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, take out the corn and potatoes and set it aside. Now let's go ahead and boil the crab. We are going to boil the crab for exactly 8 minutes. The boiling time for any crab will depend on the weight of the crab itself. After boiling the crab, we are going to set it aside. Next up would be the lobster tails. Again, the boiling time for lobster tails would be depending on their weight, and I will boil mine for 5 minutes. My lobster tails are ready. I know you might be wondering why am I boiling it one by one instead of adjusting the time for each, right? Well, I have so much shrimp and mussels and calamari to cook, and it won't fit in one pot. But if you guys are cooking smaller batches, you can boil it together all at once. Next up will be the shrimp and mussels. Now, the mussels are already pre-boiled and frozen, so I will just give it a quick blanch with the shrimp for 3 minutes. After my shrimp and mussels are cooked, I am now going to transfer it to the sauce and lather them in all that goodness. After that flavorful bath, I am now going to set them aside. And right now, I am going to quickly blanch my calamari for 2 minutes. These guys are also going to swim in that pool of goodness. Set them aside and it's your lobster's turn. Next up will be the crab. And the remaining sauce would be for your corn and potatoes. And by the way, before everyone swam in the pool, I already set aside some of the sauce for dipping. And there you have it, our seafood boil. Serve and enjoy! I'll see you guys again for another episode of Palette. Thank you for watching!